Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at Storm Totem. It is a shaman skill. It's fairly late in the shaman tree, and it's kind of unique in Grim Dawn in that it's a single ability with a single transmuter. So, Storm Totem's text. Channeling the power of storm is one of the most sacred rites of the Stormcallers. With sufficient practice, a shaman can imbue a totem with a destructive force of lightning, causing it to rapidly fire off electric bursts at nearby foes. Storm totems scale with player damage bonuses. So, looking at the Storm Totem skill box, it has a chunk of energy as a cost, small recharge. You have a 3 summon limit, it lives for 12 seconds, and the Storm Totem ability is Storm Strike. Affects up to 5 targets, and deals some lightning damage. So the Storm Totem, you plop one down, and it starts shooting things with lightning. And the lightning chains, and it's a totem. It's what you'd expect out of a lightning totem. You throw it down, you can have 3 of them. You can basically have all 3 up before you get to the first one dying. And if you happen to be able to place a 4th, I believe it will replace the first one. But generally speaking, you'll probably have 3 up in a major fight, in a boss fight, because you'll be cycling through them as they come off cooldown. Storm Totems are great. They're extra free damage, essentially, for your character. They'll just sit there and zap things for you. They aren't that complicated to explain or show off. The Storm Totem ability has a single transmuter. It doesn't have any modifiers at all. The transmuter is Corrupted Storm. Twisted shamans obsessed with the power of Wendigos can corrupt a Storm Totem to unleash hungering bolts that sap vitality from foes. And what this does is it just switches it to vitality damage. It's a really simple ability. The normal Storm Totems zap for lightning. The corrupted ones zap for vitality damage. So, within the shaman tree, for lightning damage, you can obviously work Storm Totems into a lot of builds. Right now, I'm sort of leveling up a savagery-based character, and they're lightning-based. And they're going to be using Storm Totems, I think. If you're using a Primal Strike character, you can work in Storm Totems, because the Storm Totems will give you just bonus lightning damage. Stormcaller's Pact. I guess it'd be fine with Storm Totems. I mean, you're building a lightning character. Obviously, if you're building a lightning character in the shaman tree, you can, you're probably going to go for either Stormcaller's Pact or Star Pact, and yeah, the Stormcaller's Pact will give you that chance of bonus lightning damage, and that can be a lot of lightning damage. And because the totems scale with your damages, I mean, that's a lot of damage for the Storm Totem. You can also combine it with Wind Devils, but not the main Wind Devil abilities. Maelstrom essentially gives your Wind Devils lightning. And in that little spurt of footage at the start of the video, you probably saw some lightning bolts pop off of the Wind Devils, in addition to the lightning bolts from the Storm Totems. So we're just going to jump right into the Druid combo, and for that combo, Trojan Sky Shards is another great lightning ability. It is Cold Lightning, so if you're building this, you can build a Cold Lightning character pretty easily, and run it with, you're mostly going to go for Shattered Star, but the main ability and Shattered Star, and you've got 2 lightning abilities that can deal quite a bit of damage, and then you can actually throw in Maelstrom, and have really solid lightning damage out of those 3 abilities. You can also pick up Star Pact, which will affect the Sky Shards, mostly, but the bonus damage to your lightning damage and the cooldown reduction will both help you get your totems out quickly and have them deal a lot of damage. If you're doing an Elementalist, and obviously, ignore these numbers, these are from my Aether Ray guy, you can get a lot of lightning synergies from the Demolitionist side of the Elementalist. Flame Touched will give you just % lightning damage, which will affect the totems. You can actually make your main attack Static Strike, and you can throw down your totems while you Static Strike things. Similarly, stun jacks, both in their normal default mode and the quick jacks mode, can be a nice main attack for a lightning elementalist, and storm totems can back that up with even more lightning damage. The Skyfarer Granado, should you want to pick up the Granado, will be a lightning bomb, quite literally. Heavy Ordnance also has, some lightning damage on it, but I mean, Mortar Trap is not exactly fantastic right now. And of course, Thermite Mines. You throw your Thermite Mines out, and they can lower the lightning res of enemies, while your Storm Totems and you will be hitting them with lightning damage. Oh yeah, Ozin's Wrath is another lightning thingy. I mean, it's lightning retaliation, essentially. But the main synergies are, on the lightning side, with the Arcanist, with the Demolitionist. So, because of the Corrupted Storm transmitter on this ability, there are two other classes you can jump to mesh the vitality damage with this ability. First, though, I'm going to point out that Wendigo Totem and Devouring Swarm are both vitality damage based within the Druid tree. Excuse me. So, you will be able to synergize vitality damage between these three abilities within the Shaman tree itself. Wendigo Totem is a great heal, and Devouring Storm can actually reduce vitality resistance on targets, and thus make the two totems deal more damage. But also in the Occultist, you have the Sigil of Consumption, Doombolt, Possession, Soleil's Witchfire, Second Right if you're doing melee attacks, and Wasting. Oh, and does this reduce it? Yes, it does. And Vulnerability will reduce the vitality resistance of the targets you're going for. So there's a lot of vitality synergy between these two trees. And I actually think it's one of the more popular and powerful builds in Grim Dawn to build vitality as a conjurer. Whether or not you're going to focus it on Storm Totem is up to you. But that is one of the main vitality synergies with the Storm Totem and the Corrupted Storm ability. The other interesting synergy with Storm Totem and Corrupted Storm, to me, would be doing something maybe with Phantasmal Blades as a trickster. So you could have your two totems, and while your totems are doing their job, your work would be using the Frenetic Throw ability, because this would convert about, half the pierce damage of Phantasmal Blades to vitality damage, and you deal vitality damage on Heartseeker. So, with these abilities, with the Phantasmal Blades and Heartseeker abilities, you could sit there and basically lifesteal with the Phantasmal Blades, lifesteal with the Wendigo Totem, and have your Storm Totems with their Corrupted Storm, dealing more vitality damage against the things you're just sapping the life out of. It could be a really fun and interactive way to use the totems and an attack ability. Now, given that there aren't really any specific totem legendaries at this point, I'm just going to jump right into Devotion, because item synergies are basically get lightning things. Or vitality things, depending on which version you are using. So, for the lightning Devotion abilities, Tempest, can you put it on? Oh, yeah, I think, you can put it on Storm Totem. You can put things on Storm Totem, and it will proc it. So, you can have your Storm Totem proc the lightning bolts from the Tempest's Reckless Tempest ability. You can also... Oh. I'll have to deal with that later. You can also get a giant chunk of lightning damage off of Spear of the Heavens. And, Aether damage is its other damage type, but... Let's say you're a druid like this character, my Meteor Druid. You can actually take advantage of this by using Devastation in this build. Similarly, the Arcane Bomb off of the Widow reduces lightning resistance, which ups the Storm Totem damage, making them more effective. And, you'll get more lightning damage out of the Widow. The Wraith also gives you more lightning damage, and it's another one of these Aether Lightning combos. So if you're doing an Aether Lightning build, which sounds bizarre, but trust me, it works. The whole playthrough is done with it. The Wraith The Widow, Spear of the Heavens are your 3 go-tos. Now for the Vitality abilities, yeah, I actually have to look at the ones that provide Vitality damage to see if you can actually put them on the totem. You can put the Soleil's Witchblade, Eldritch Fire ability on there. Oh, that's Chaos, never mind. There we go, that's the one I'm thinking of, I think. Yep, you can put Wendigo's Mark on your Storm Totem, and it will deal Vitality damage, and deal more Vitality damage, and actually lifesteal for you. So, like I mentioned before with that Phantasmal Blades build, all 3 of your abilities can actually technically lifesteal with this single constellation. And let's face it, if you're doing Vitality in the Conjurer combo, you're probably going to pick up Chaos damage along the way, so yeah, Eldritch Fire could work on that. You can put Flame Torrent on it. And let's see, that's Chaos. That's you can't put that on it. You cannot put Abominable Might on it. Hungering Void, you can't do that either. Oh, and the other Vitality damage thing all the way over in Law is Tip the Scales. Again, it's one of those, it's a defensive thing, but it does Vitality damage and will lifesteal with that damage. And I think that does it for the Vit stuff. Oh, of course I was wrong on that. Twin Fangs, also a Vitality damage thing. So it's Vitality Bleed. This is, you could go either way for the Trickster or Conjurer. Twin Fangs also works. Let me just make sure about this. Poison, Bleed. I don't think there are. Now I can more confidently say I don't think there are abilities that do Vitality damage anymore in here. Oh, yep. Fetid Pool will, but I'd probably go to other devotion abilities before Fetid Pool. So yeah, those are my choices, my recommendations for Vitality damage in the devotion tree. Let me know what skills you guys would like to see next in these skill videos. If you go to my Patreon page, you should see a link on the screen, or you can find it in the description below. You can ask me directly for what you want to see next, and I will probably actually do it. I did that for a Resistances video that was posted this week as well. So please go and check out my Patreon if that's something you're interested in supporting. It would mean a lot to me, even at $1 a month. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.